Check. Let's make sure my audio is right. 1 second. System references. Morning. Input. What? Input. Oh, 1 second, guys. File, system preferences. Sorry you're hearing this police siren. Welcome. Again, always low budget. Is it on? Oh boy. Sorry, should have set this up a second ago. 1 minute already down of me just fumbling the audio. Wow, this is really neat. This is a neat platform. You guys are also all learning this as it goes. Oh, that's what this is. Okay. How is this not showing up? Can I do this? Check. All right. Is it going to be even lower, terrible quality? Input. I'm like shocked. It's plugged in. Check. I'm sorry, guys. What a terrible start to the video. 2 minutes in. I just can't. I will. Sound. Come on. Where is that? How is this not getting picked up right now? Check. Yeah, see, you're still picking up my sound. I don't know. Okay, well, it's been 3 minutes and I don't want to waste any more time. So I guess this is just going away. Which is just crazy to me. It's just absolutely crazy to me. I want this. I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked. But okay, we're done. We're done fumbling around. Welcome to Cameron Reads Comics. I'm Cameron. I just read comics. I love them. Another Sunday morning live stream. I'm just going to crack open the Cameron Reads Comics live on my phone. And we're just going to take it away, guys. All right, checking connection. We're good. Anyways, I'll just get started. So I've been gone on vacation the last 2 weekends, and so I haven't had time to do live stream, and that's okay. And we're back, and we're just going to get right into it. Let's hop into what we're going to talk about today. We have a couple things. First being the most anticipated Marvel Omnibuses. Last time we left off, it was just DC. So now we're going to make sure we're going to do that. So I have a list up here, and I know I found out how to share my screen. There we go. Okay, I'm going to pop in. You guys are going to see. I got my Superman coffee cup too. Happy Superman coffee cup. Going live on Instagram and YouTube. So here we go. So this is from Comic Book Treasury, because last time I realized I got super hung up on DC Epic collections and other stuff like that. And we don't need to be hung up on those, because I'm a compendium, omnibus, and absolute collector for collected editions. Sorry if you hear my fan. Sorry if you hear outside. It is roasting in here, so it's not going to be glamorous. Anyways, those are the ones I collect, and Marvel's really good about their omnis, and DC is now, I feel like, catching up. That's why I felt like I needed to do the announcement last month. So yeah. So now here we go, basically. So again, comic book treasury, and I just typed in Marvel omnibus releases because Marvel doesn't really do like too many treasury editions or like, other books like that. So Marvel Omnibus 2024 release schedule. This is from December 2023. So I think it's been updated though since, I'm sure. So release schedule. Yeah, it's already in August. Invincible Iron Man Volume 3 Omnibus. Not really my jam. X Factor, the original X-Men Omnibus. You guys heard me talk about it last week or last live, and a couple times. I kind of want this because I'm figuring out that the X Factor original series is, they got so many X-Men team books that they just went back to the original X-Men, and then Peter David took over, and it wasn't that. So X-Men original. I'm interested. Okay. But I got a lot more X-Men to read before I even pick up that title. So it's like the original team is really what I'm trying to say. Mystic Omnibus. I don't know what that is, so I'm good. Okay. This one is even the title of this omnibus is the reason why I literally don't pick up X-Men Omnis. X-Men Mutant Massacre. Yes, I want to read that. Prelude Omnibus? Are you kidding me? Like, having a prelude to an omnibus is an own omnibus for the event setup. I'm triggered. Okay. That is literally crazy to me. Sorry, you're going to hear my email. This is why I don't read the X-Men. They have like 4 of the prelude omnis. I'm just like, is all of this necessary? But whatever, man. If that's your I want to read Mutant Massacre. Like, the covers look amazing. The event looks. I hear it inspired. Oh my gosh, X-Men 97, which is great. Okay, now this is absolutely something I want to pick up. It is in my to-do list of picking up books. Avengers by Busiek and Perez, one of the best Avengers runs. So, yeah, I really want to freaking read that. Oh, so it's a 56-issue run, and they didn't collect everything. Okay, wow. So, yeah, Kurt Busiek, George Perez. Kurt Busiek I want to read more of. I chip away at Astro City. I probably eventually will sit down and read it all. I'm going to get there's a big old Omni coming out, and this goes against what I was saying earlier, but I bought the Metro books, which are the trade paperbacks. There's like 5 of them, and that'll be the run. I think I have 1 through 4. So I'm like, I will just pick up 1 through 4. Like, I'll just pick up the rest of those, and I'll be just fine. I'm not a stickler about it when it comes to the indie books of what I collect. Micronauts, yeah, I'm not going to pick that up. Ultimate Spidey Volume 4, definitely going to pick that up. I've read all these. I've read the whole Ultimate Spider-Man run, even through the Miles Morales books. So I'm going to pick that up. I'm so glad this is even coming out. And it's cool to know that, like, some series that I want very much rely on my pre-order. And I'm not very much a pre-order guy just because I don't know when I'm going to get charged for those. Like, if I can't really, my budget doesn't work when I have random sporadic, like $100 to $300 omnibus purchases at any given time without notice. Like, I have to actively make that decision. And so I don't have a lot of books that I really want for that reason, but like, I'm okay with that. Like, I just need to be, I spend so much money in this hobby that I need to be financially responsible. But I'm glad that this is one that doesn't rely on my pre-order is what I'm saying. So yeah, Ultimate Spidey, and it goes into Ultimatum. Wow. This is the gnarly part of the run, guys. Danny Ketch Omnibus Volume 1, Ghost Rider. I've heard about this from Gem Man. Is so hyped on this. I'm not really a Ghost Rider guy, so cool. Probably not going to pick it up. Unless that many people talk about it. I'm very much swayed by public opinion. Complete Black Costume Saga Omnibus is actually something I'm very much interested in, but I'm like, it really is something I'm interested in. But like, that's a lot of money to spend. That's the one. That's one that if I saw it for 50% off on my used comic rack, yeah, I'd buy it. Or like pretty beat up, I'd buy that. But like, this is the thing. Like, is the story that good? Like, I'm glad they collected it as it is because I think it should be collected that way. Is that something that I'm necessarily going to pick up? I don't know. Excalibur Omnibus, Volume 3. If the answer is I don't know, then it's probably not. I only have so much shelf space. I'm looking at my DC books right now. I only have so much shelf space. But when I own a home, guys, if I ever become a homeowner, when I've asked my partner if I could get, I was like, I just want one wall. Just give me a designated wall and I'll get custom shelvings, like literally floor to ceiling. One wall is all I want. You dedicated to all my comic books. And the dream is to have a comic book room. I love them. I love this. I don't care. Like, I don't know if anyone's watching. Let me go back to Stream Rage really quick. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's watching this. I just love doing this. I love talking about this. I love comic books. That's why I named the channel what I did. That's why my slogan is what it is. Excalibur Omnibus Volume 3. Yeah, not gonna. It's a series I want to read. Like it looks cool. I don't know anything about it. Extreme X-Men by Clarence Claremont. I don't know, man. That is a big I don't know. Clayman would be mad at me because I feel like this is his window of time where it's like the 2001, 90s stuff. I don't know, man. I don't know. Even the title is so 90s, even though it says it's 2001. But man, that is just funny. Okay. Godzilla, the original Marvel years, not going to be me. Captain America Omnibus Volume 2, also not going to be me. Not right now, not yet. I'm getting inspired to go back and read the early stuff. I think before I read this, the next Captain Omnis I'll read is the whole Ed Brubaker run because Ed Brubaker has my heart. Spider-Man and Michelini and Larson Omnibus. I think that's already came out. I don't know. Moon Knight by Jed McKay is actually something I really do want to pick up because I've only heard really great things from the Off the Rock podcast with Sal Crivelli, Comic Pop Returns page. I listen to that weekly. Moon Knight by Jed McKay. Yeah, I just hear this is the run that really got him on his. It made him the hot shot, and so I really want to read that. Then there's the big two: DC versus Marvel Amalgam Age. DC versus Marvel Omnibus. I think that this is going to be one of those ones where I'm going to pre-order and I'm just going to get it. I want the Jim Lee covers because I don't know. The Jim Lee image of Darkclaw is just burned into my brain forever now. I want that really bad. But cheap graphic novels where I usually order, this is not, this is a plug. Where I order from cheap graphic novels because they're usually the cheapest. And that stems from the comic, like they were founded in the comic shop I go to now. So I know the guy who runs it. Great. He's a great guy, really nice guy. Talked to him at Comic-Con this year. I'm like, yeah, it feels like I'm giving my comic shop my money for Omnis. So that's where I go. But their pre-order is a little wonky because it's like one per person. And it won't let me get both Jim Lee covers. That's all I'm trying to say. Which is, I think I tried to pre-order it and I just failed at it. So I don't know. I'm getting both of these because the hype, again, I'm easily swayed by public influence. The hype is so big. Dazzler Omnibus, going to be a no from me, dog. But cool. Yeah, collects the first Dazzler arc, some random Spider-Man story. Then Dazzler had a 42-issue series. Wow. Beauty and the Beast #4. I have no idea what that. I feel like that's a miniseries, and maybe the Beast is in it. It's my only guess. Uncanny X-Men Omnibus Volume 2. Yeah, I'd probably freaking read that. Yeah, absolutely. If I go from X-Men, I want to read Giant Size and on. I want to do a read through, but I'm just like, maybe I'll just pick up random titles that are really famous from it too, because like that whole Chris Claremont run is a behemoth, and it went on for like 30 years. So Uncanny Volume 1, at least everything like through the Dark Phoenix saga, you know? When Wolverine became a part of the X-Men and the early Kitty Pryde stuff, like Colossus, I love Colossus, you know, the main influences. But then, like, I want to pick up Mutant Massacre. I want to pick up Extinction. But yeah, this I'll pick up. Not this round, because that's going to get reprinted a million times. That's why. Ghost Rider 2099. Going to be a no from me, dog, but enjoy. Thor by Cates and Klein Omnibus. Not going to pick that up. Because this is why. Is Thor 1 through 35. I was subscribed to this, and it was good. It's a good run. If you want it, pick it up. But I don't think Donny Cates got to finish his run on Thor. I was reading it, and then, you know, he got switched off the title, like, kind of after a big bomb dropped. And I don't think it was ever picked up. And like, if it was picked up by someone else, I kind of am not interested. Respectfully to the other creators that worked on it, that's just my take. Like, I want to see Donny Cates' vision for Thor, and I thought it started really strong. I thought it was a pretty good series. I really enjoyed it. It was one of those that was at the top of my pull list. X-Men, Extinction Agenda, sure, eventually. But like, I don't know if I'd read the Omni. I'd read the event itself, not the Omni. And maybe that's my problem. And that's how I feel about X-Men Extinction Agenda. I had a copy and I sold it for a lot of money, a hardcover. So that was pretty sick. Punisher Max by Aaron and Dylan. Is that Jason Aaron? 1 second. Let me find that out. I'm Googling it. Jason Aaron and Steve Dillon? What? I didn't know Jason Aaron worked on the Punisher before. Okay, well, honestly, would read. He did 22 issues. Wow, so he's just, I didn't even know. And Steve Dillon's a great artist. I loved learning this. And it's Max, which is Marvel's Black Label, their R-rated comics line. How you guys doing over here? Yeah, I want to read that. Okay. I want to read that, but we'll see how much it costs. I don't know any details on any of this. Star Wars, nope, I'm not going to read that. Like, I have no idea what to do about Star Wars comics at all. It's like Conan and Star Wars are just, and even X-Men feels this way, but it's like, I feel like I did not join early enough to the party, and I just didn't get an invitation, and that's okay with me. I'm good. You know, I'm just good on that. Like, because if I did, I feel like there's more Star Wars omnis than there are of Spider-Man. So I'm just good. Hulk by Donny Cates and Ryan Otley. Definitely wouldn't pick this up. It's 14 issues, guys. Yeah, there's these sporadic, like, whatever, 3 other issues of tie-ins. This is literally in the mid. Like, Donny Cates, I feel like, didn't even get to do what he wanted to do on Hulk. He had a couple things, and then he had his accident. And so I would have loved to keep going on the arc, but I feel like we barely got our toes wet. This one is, and I mean worse than the Thor. Because Thor, we had 30 issues. We had a couple arcs. We had the Black Winter. We had we had the foundation laid, you know, which fed into the Beta Ray Bill series, which is a video that's coming out soon, probably in October, of my review of Beta Ray Bill. But yeah, Hulk by Donny Cates, and Ryan Otley's like 17 issues, and that's an Omni. That does not fit my definition of an Omni, but that's just me. That should be a deluxe hardcover. There, I said it. Some of these Marvel cash grabs are crazy to me. Anyways, What If Into the Multiverse? No, thank you. Fantastic Four Omnibus Volume 5? Not really for me. I guess I just read the keys. I'm saying no a lot, but I'm a DC guy, and you guys know this. Death of Wolverine Omnibus? Not really. Not really. No. It's going to be no for me, dog. Sorry. Because, want to know why? It's because he's alive now. Oh my gosh. Triggered again by this X-Men Road to Onslaught. Not even X-Men Onslaught gets its own Omni. That is, I'm triggered. Like literally, not even the event gets it. What does this mean? Road to Onslaught Volume 1. Does that mean the event Onslaught is Volume 2? Or does that mean that Onslaught, there's another Road to Onslaught omnibus? That is crazy to me. How many issues is this? 6, 7. Oh, wait. 1, 7, 8, 13, 14, 16, 17, 20, 21, 28. I'm sorry, 21, 25. 25 issue omnibus. I'm triggered. No, thank you. No, thank you. Unless like it's, I don't know. Unless I hear it's like, oh my gosh, guys, this is the best X-Men book. That's when I'd read it. That's not what I need in my life. Okay, Captain America Omnibus Volume 3. Maybe eventually, if I'm ever having a comic book museum, yes, I'd have that. Star Wars Legends Empire Omnibus Volume 3. You already know. Secret Wars by Hickman. Now, depending on the price, I will pick this up because I want to read it. Looks like it's pretty chill. 9 issues of Avengers, 9 issues of New Avengers, which I would assume are covered in his Avengers Omnis, which I do plan on picking up. Free Comic Book Day start. I'm like, yeah, maybe that looks. Yes, Secret Wars by Hickman. Yes, because that's where the MCU is going. Looks like it's 28 issue Omni, so that's pretty cool. X-Men Decimation. Okay, so it's House of M era X-Men. Post, it looks like post House of M X-Men. That is X-Men Decimation. I'd pick that up. X-Force Omnibus Volume 1. It looks like it's the original series. I don't think I'd pick that up. That's not really my jam. December. So end of the year. Micronauts. No, I'm not going to pick that up. Volume 3. Daredevil by Zdarsky. Volume 2. No, not going to pick that up. I'm sorry, did I say Daredevil by Zdarsky Volume 2? Not going to pick that up? Absolutely going to pick that up, okay? I freaking love Chip Zdarsky. He gets whatever. This run was amazing. Absolutely, yes. Subscribe to it. Read it already. New Avengers Omnibus Volume 1 in January 2025 now? Probably yes. Going to pick that. I don't know. I had it. I read it. I sold it. That's my fault because I thought the run was over after that, and it very much wasn't. But it's good, man. I think everyone should be. If you want, and my favorite era of Marvel is like concurrent with my favorite era of DC. DC's Infinite Crisis, where like everything pre-Infinite Crisis, where I think was like every DC title was firing away. It was awesome. Like just Jeff Johns, like JSA, Green Lantern. Yeah, mostly that. Flash was really good back then. Jeff Johns on Flash. Teen Titans was great. Like all those series were amazing. I'm looking at them right now. It was just firing off. I was like, oh my gosh, this has no reason to be this good. And it was. So that's the same thing with Marvel New Avengers era. Which Bendis, like that's the start of Bendis on Avengers, which informs so much of the MCU. Like this ties in with Civil War, Secret Invasion, which you should read both those books if you haven't. Like they're amazing. This is a really great Omni, and it's like he takes the top characters of Marvel and puts them on the Avengers and makes them the team that we know. As in, like it's obviously Captain America. I don't think Thor's on the team. Captain America, Wolverine, Spider-Man, Luke Cage is on the team. But that's the origin of Ronin and like Hawkeye Ronin. It's just really David Finch starts the art. I think the first thing it collects should be Avengers Finale, which is Avengers 500 through 503, and a finale that's Avengers Disassembled. Iron Man's on the team. Bendis just goes off, man, and it's like a great, great run. First appearance of the Illuminati's in this series. Yeah, again. And House of M happens at that time. Again, these are all Bendis events. Dark Avengers simultaneously happens. Post-Civil War. I don't know where it fits in. Yes, because New Avengers, they break up. And then they break up after Civil War and something happens. And then I'll let you go read it, though. It's really great. I loved it. And it's all-time artists. Lionel Yu, my favorite artist. Yeah, I think he's my number one. Lionel Francis Yu is my go-to answer for my favorite artist. Go read that run and find out why. Secret Invasion. Marvel the End Omnibus. I'm not going to read that. Don't know what it is. I don't need the end. Okay, this one confuses me. Spider-Man by Joe Kelly, 99. So that's cool. I haven't read this. Obviously, I don't really know where it takes place. But it's also like, it weirds me out that this isn't a volume 1 because Spider-Man, Grim Hunt, Kraven Saga, like all this, it's weird. It weirds me out because Joe Kelly is literally going on the Amazing Spider-Man title. So I don't get it. But that's just me. January 21, 2025, Daredevil by Bendis. Yes, read it. I've read this. Pick this up. I want this. I read all the trade paperback complete collection copies. It was 3 volumes there. Read them all. I'm gonna buy this. So, Daredevil by Bendis and Malieve. Great book. My favorite Bullseye issue of all time. I don't know which issue it is, but it's in here somewhere, and it's amazing. Secret Wars Battle World. Not gonna read that. Dark Web. No. Amazing Spider-Man Volume 6. Of all the books to get, yes. I'm like, if I'm opening a museum, yes. I'd get the Stanley Steve Ditko Spidey one, Volume 1. Like, honestly, yeah. I think if any character I would have read the most of, it's Spider-Man, and I want to pick up that omnibus. Let's keep going. Ultimate Fantastic Four, I've read at least, I think, this far, 1 to 32, or 1 to 26. I've read the first 2 hardcovers. I'm looking at my books over there, seeing what they collect. Honestly, low-key, yes, because this is the run by Mark Millar and Bendis that influences the Fantastic Fan Four Stick movie, Miles Teller. That's the run to read. It's literally like they just ripped it out of this book. I really like what they did with the Annihilus arc. It was actually pretty good. But, spoilers, not really. This version of Reed Richards is the Maker, who is infecting the Ultimate Universe right now. He is the grand villain of that. So if you want to know his origins, and like it's a fine run. Like it's fine. Go read that. I've read it. It's pretty good. Black Panther by Reginald Hudlin. I've heard this run is really good. I think he takes up after Chris Priest, which is like the best Black Panther run. So yes to that. Probably of all the ones I've read so far, the number one book I'm most excited about is the Daredevil by Nocenti and Romita Jr. JR run omnibus. This is the run that influenced Chip Zdarsky the most. So yes, I'm picking that up. That was like announced right before Comic-Con, and I was like, yep, I'm the most excited for that. Pre-order, absolutely picking that up. Really excited about it. Avengers Forever by Jason Aaron, unfortunately not going to pick that up. Doctor Strange, Master of the Mystic Arts, not going to pick that up. Star Wars Legends, for reasons discussed previously, not going to pick that up. Web of Spider-Man Omni Volume 1, not going to pick that up. Cosmic X-Men, no. Oh my gosh, Cheap Graphic Novels just emailed me about, this is why we live in a simulation. They just emailed me about Avengers or DC Marvel Omnis. Punisher by Rick Remender Omnibus. Yes. Because number one, the cover on this looks very cool. And then secondly, Rick Remender is awesome. Great writer. There's some writers where I'm like, I don't even understand the Punisher that much as a character. But I want to know his take. I read Deadly Class. I want to read Uncanny X-Force by Remender because come on. So Punisher's take, yeah, I want to read his Punisher. That is definitely gonna be a book that I take up. It's by him, and whenever they decide to reprint the Garth Ennis, and I read the first issue of the Jason Aaron Punisher run that ran concurrently with the Daredevil run, so there's some crossover there. Absolutely would read all of that. So I don't even know that much about the Punisher. That's where I'd hop on. I don't really want to read the War Journal stuff. Maybe I would for Jim Lee art. I guess it's very popular, but it's when I have a reading list, as long as I do, that's where I'm at. Annihilation Omnibus. Yeah, I want to read that. Yeah, because that's Annihilation is where we get the first print of the Guardians of the Galaxy. I think it's a new printing. It's a re-release. I hear it's one of the best Marvel cosmic events ever, so I want to read that. Secret War by Brian Michael Bendis. Okay, so no, I'm not going to pick this up, and that's because I read the event in the original hardcover, the deluxe edition. I'm not going to pick that up, but it's all right. It kind of happens at the beginning of his run. I just remember reading it and hearing how hyped it was, how great of an event it was, and I was good. I was like, I don't want to really read this. I was like, I didn't think it lived up to the hype, so there you go. Star Wars Crimson Reign Omnibus, not going to read that. Giant Size Marvel Omnibus, not going to read that. Okay. Silver Surfer Return to the Spaceways Omnibus. That's a maybe because I love the Silver Surfer. That's so much I have to say about that. Fantastic Four / Doom 2099 Omnibus. I hear that run's good. I read the Chip Zdarsky Doom 2099. I think it was Alpha a couple years ago, 2018-ish. I read that. I don't know if I'm going to read that. Strange Academy Omnibus. Hyped series. I don't know if I feel like people only picked up the first issue because of the first appearances that were in it, not because of the series itself. Marvel Fanfare Omnibus Volume 1. Not going to read that. Strike Force Morituri Omnibus. Not going to read that. Fantastic Four Omnibus. New printing in May. I already have it. See, there we go. Have that already. So I've read it. I think that's necessary Marvel reading. Wolverine Omnibus Volume 6. I can't believe there's 6 Omnis of this. I just don't know. I didn't know Wolverine was that hyped. Wolverine Sabretooth War Omnibus. Not going to pick that up, but very cool that they have it. It's surprising to me that they have this before they have the Ben Percy Omnibus announced. That's just me. Fantastic Four Omnibus Volume 6. I think I already said no. I thought we already had that. No, I'm not reading that. Marvel 2-in-1 Omnibus Volume 1, maybe. Because Marvel 2-in-1 originally was just the Thing teamed up with a bunch of Marvel characters, and that's my favorite thing. I love him. He's my favorite character in the Marvel Universe, and #1 Marvel character I get sketched. I love him. So I honestly maybe would, because I hear this run's like really freaking good. I think you should. Star Wars Legends, The Rebellion, Omnibus Volume 3. No. Marvel. X-Men Onslaught, Aftermath, Omnibus. No, because just give me one Onslaught Omnibus, and I don't need the before. I don't need the after. I'm just so triggered. So triggered by X-Men Omnis. And look at how many titles are collected in this. Uncanny X-Men, X-Men Annual, X-Men Unlimited, Magneto series, X-Factor, Juggernaut, Beast, Psylocke and Archangel. Like, oh my gosh, how many? This is my least favorite thing with X-Men Omnis is how many tie-ins there are. Let's all just calm down, man. Captain America, Mark Grunwald Omnibus Volume 2. Yes, would pick that up eventually because it's quoted as one of the best. And I'm pretty sure Mike Zeck is on art. one of the most beautiful artists in comics. So everyone should read that. Amazing Spider-Man by Michelini and Bagley Omnibus Volume 2. Yes, would pick that up because it is really freaking good. Bagley's my favorite Spider-Man artist. Michelini did so much on Spider-Man for the time he was on there. So yes, I'd pick that up because that's a team I want to read more of. This is all post McFarlane and Michelini. How long was he on Spider-Man for? That's insane. But it's all post-Venom stuff. So I'd pick that up absolutely. X Factor by Peter David, maybe. If I read the first 3 and I really like it. New Warriors, Nova, and Night Thrasher, no, I would not pick that up. Spectacular by DeMatteis and Buscema, yes, I would pick that up because, and this is pretty much a year out now, would pick that up because DeMatteis is one of the best Spider-Man freaking writers. He is amazing. And this is the run where he got famous. I'd read that. Okay, and that is currently what's slated to be released by Marvel. If you saw that fly go by, my apartment is hoarded by flies right now. And there's like 5 and they just won't get out. But that is the Marvel Omnis that I would read if they were like the ones I'm looking forward to. Out of all of them, that's what I'm picking up. And that is what I got. So I'll unshare that for my YouTube listeners. If you're watching on Instagram, thank you. You didn't see any of my screen, but now everyone will see what I have to offer. So now let's just get into my pull list. Shout out to the siren. I don't know where they are. There we go. It's fading. Okay. So let's get to my poll list. What I read over the last 3 weeks. Here's my poll list pile of comics. You're welcome. What's on the back? Oh, Zdarsky. You guys get to read that first. So we got Fantastic Four, issue number 24, with the Zdarsky comic news with a Ryan Stegman sketch. I love it. I loved it. I read it all. If you guys don't subscribe to Chip Zdarsky's newsletter, come on, subscribe. Fantastic Four was good. Okay, so look at this big old pile. And I read a lot in the last 3 weeks for you guys. So first issue I want to talk about is actually my pick of the week, Stand Still, number 1 by Lee Luffridge, the man, the man, the myth, the legend. Big shout out to everyone watching on Instagram Live. I just got a comment from the Casual Comicker. I'll drop him in the YouTube description. Go follow him on YouTube. Go follow him on Instagram. He says Batman's essential to the JLA. I disagree completely. So make sure to let him know. Let him know. Let me know. Drop a comment if he's essential. Drop a comment if he's not. If you say he's not, you're correct. But Stand Still by Lee Luffridge and Andrew Robinson, great. Look at how thick that is. I don't know if you can see it. Freaking huge book. Crushes. Lee Luffridge is going to be on the YouTube Live one of these days. We're coordinating that. I was going to try and hit him up for next week. So Stand Still by Lee Luffridge, great book. First time he's written, he's been a famous colorist. Literally go look at the spines of your books and figure out if he's colored your books because he has. Great guy. Go check out my interview with him. Really excited about where this is going. I think, a phenomenal debut for a writer. I loved it. And I'm proud of my friend, okay? Absolute Power number 3. Boom. I'm just loving this event so much. I think it's finally getting its legs under it. And I'm bummed it's ending, but I'm really excited for the trajectory of the DC universe after this. Absolute Power number 3. Look at that Dan Mora homage cover to oh my gosh. It's a Dan Mora homage cover to Wolverine by McFarlane. So there you go. Then we got, so those are my top 2 probably of the last 3 weeks because I'm always looking forward to them. And Dan Mora I have to figure out who the colorist is on that because it's so good. Titans number 14. Great. This run is almost over, okay? I think everyone should go pick it up. Lucas Meyer on the art. This runs over. Someone else is picking it up in October. I don't think this book got enough attention, but I think it's really good. And I thought it's a Trigon moment. And I love who Dr. Hate is and all the Raven stuff going on here. It's amazing. Next up, Absolute Power tie-in, Superman, Jamal Campbell, and Josh Williamson. Josh Williamson is staying on. He's leaving Green Arrow and Batman and Robin, but he's staying on Superman. I'm really liking this book. Pretty good. Superman is a great moment in the Oblivion Bar, so go check it out. With Zatanna. Very cool. Next up, World's Finest. I love World's Finest. This is a great issue, great run. Currently loving everything happening in here. Gleb Melkinov, my Robin artist from the Josh Williamson Robin run. Great book. Always loving, I'm just loving my pull list. Everything I'm reading is because I love it. So Wonder Woman, number 12 by Tom King. Great. I don't even remember what happens in this because I think I read it too long ago. It's good, though. It's a tie-in, and I thought it was a pretty good tie-in. Oh, this is the Robin issue. Robin and her interrogate someone the entire time. And the way that Damian Wayne is a Damian Wayne Diana issue, I thought was really interesting. Pretty good. And I love Tony S. Daniel on the art, so I'm really glad to see him there. Nightwing 117, very good. Batman as Nightwing, so a lot of the fans are having a lot of fun with this run, and I'm glad to hear it. It's really great. And one more issue of the Tom Taylor Nightwing run is actually the saddest news of all of this. So that's just really good. I'm excited to see where they end. Action Comics 1068. Eddie Barrows on the art in this book, and Gail Simone writing is so good. This book kind of isn't having all the hype it deserves because of Gail Simone writing X-Men right now. I think a lot of her time and her marketing capabilities are towards that. But low-key, this is a really great book. And even this cover is amazing. And I love it. I love it, and it's underrated. So go read it. Okay, Green Lantern number 14 by Jeremy Adams, who I love. I think everyone should also go read this because Jeremy Adams is low-key, this is one of the best books DC is putting out right now. It is just fun. It's like an action, literally it's an action movie, but it's like popcorn comics where it's just like go along for the ride. A good old action comic. I love it. It's so freaking sick. Everyone should go check this out. He steals the Batplane, and that's what's happening on the cover of this. I wish a test pilot, Hal Jordan, steals the Batplane, and Batman doesn't like Green Lanterns. Here's my hot take of the day issue. Ultimate Spider-Man number 8. Art by Gicchetto, amazing. Written by Jonathan Hickman, amazing. I really do love that Hickman emphasizes the small moments in this run. Everyone loves this book. My one critique is I'm waiting for something to happen. Literally anything. I'm like, it's just everyone patting each other on the back right now. I'm just waiting for anything to happen. It has been 8 issues. There's been hardly any fights. The only good thing that happened in this one is they set up the Sinister Six. Cool. Now go do something about it. That's all. That's my one critique of this book. I like it, and the art is gorgeous. They're waiting for something to happen. Speaking of something to happen, we have an event book. Avengers versus Aliens. Aliens versus Avengers by Hickman again and Ribic. If the reason I picked this up is the artwork, and that is mostly because I've never seen Aliens. I've never seen a movie from the single Alien franchise. I have no idea what the heck is going on over here. So that being the case, I was like, I don't really want to pick this up. But then everyone was saying how good it is. And Miles Morales' new costume that they give him in this, and that's all I'm going to say, is really freaking sick. And I like Esad Ribic's art, and I like him and Hickman together, even though I haven't read Secret Wars. So I picked it up. It's pretty all right. That's as much as I have to say about that. So pretty cool. It's good, but I don't know what the heck's going on. Casual Comicker recommended I read that, so I did. He's like, you'll love it. I'm like, okay. I'm swayed by the people. My favorite Spider-Man going right now, though, is Spectacular Spider-Man by Greg Weisman and art by Humberto Ramos. I love Humberto Ramos's art, and I love the vibe with Peter and Miles in the series. I'm kind of ready for this arcade arc to be over. So, yeah, but it's been really good. It's kind of climaxing. It's almost done. I'm sure. I think the next issue is most likely the last issue, but what do I know? Really great. Top of the poll every week. My favorite Spider-Man book. Going to read when it is collected, probably in Marvel Unlimited. Shadow of the Green Goblin by D. Mateus, because that book was freaking sick. Okay, Batman 152. Loved this book. I don't subscribe to tie-in issues often. All the absolute power stuff going on, I'm not always paying attention to. So when it comes to this guy, I am super hyped on the tie-ins. Zdarsky, I just like it. And you don't even need to read the event to read the tie-in, which is cool. And they end up at my favorite scene on the Tom King Batman run, which is him and Catwoman on the beach. That's all I'm going to say. Really good. Batman and Robin. I think this is the second to last issue of their run, of Josh Williamson and Simone DeMayo's run. Simone DeMayo did not do the art on this, but they did do the cover. Really good. Really great dynamic between Damian and Bane. So I like it. Very good run. Sad it's ending, but really excited. Probably most excited for Philip Kennedy Johnson of all the DC All-In titles for him to take over the book. So I'm stoked. Yeah. Namor, #1 by Jason Aaron. Not hyped up on Jason Aaron's feed. I don't know how long he's going to be on this book, but when it comes to characters I want him writing, this is one of them. I don't think I'm going to pick up the series, but I thought this is a very, very strong issue. So Namor by Jason Aaron, great. What happens when Atlantis is at risk, but Namor is in jail and he's choosing to be in jail? But Atlantis needs him. That is the story. It's like, I don't know if they want me back. I have this many books left that I read, by the way. X-Men #3, really good. I don't know. I think this series is coming out twice a month, which is pretty gnarly. So thank you. It's currently at the top of my poll by Jed McKay. I love Ryan Segman's art. I love the way he draws the Beast. Kind of a gnarly issue with Cyclops. So I think everyone should pick that up. It's good. I'm trying to be an X-Men guy, guys. I'm really trying now. This is the reason why. So very good run. Okay, I actually didn't read this, but I bought it, and I want to know if I should read it. Wolverine Red Band Revenge. I read the other copy of it. Wait. I bought the Red Band. I want to see if I should read it, the R-rated version, but I bought this one, and I really liked it. This reminds me, #1, love Capullo on the art. This reminds me, though, of John Romita Jr. and Mark Millar's Wolverine Enemy of State stuff. It was giving that vibe, and I really liked that. That was a great Wolverine series. I'm really excited about this. Should I read this? Should I read it? Spoiler, Colossus is in this, and I love Colossus. Colossus is my favorite X person, if you're wondering. You know who else loves Colossus? Jeff Johns. Jim Lee drew Jeff Johns a Colossus, and it is so cool. Green Arrow, #15. I freaking love this. I'm so sad Williamson is going off. But my Green Arrow fix will be provided in the Green Arrow Archer's Quest Omnibus Volume 1, discussed in the last live video. It's 3 weeks ago live. Great book. What else did I read? Well, of course I had to go read Batman Dark Age by Mark Russell and Mike Allred and Laura Allred. Great book. Great freaking book. The second to last issue. I don't know how he's going to tie it all up in a bow, but it's really good. And this Robin costume I'm obsessed with. the way that the R sweeps in as like the tie in his chest piece, I love. And my conversation with Mark Russell was very cool. I will link it in the comments if I remember to. This is mostly how I feel about that. Really great. Everyone should read this. It is so good. Just like the Joker stuff ramping up in that book, I'm really excited about. I like how he's handling Joker right now. Okay, then I finished up Spider-Boy. This is up to issue 10 is as much as I'm reading of Spider-Boy. So I read issues 9 and 10. It's a good book. It is. It's a fine comic. It's just not for me. And that is where I'm going to leave that because, yeah, Spider-Boy is not my cup of tea. Hello, Cover Lover Comics, leaving a leaving a comment for go give him a follow, guys. Met him formally for the first time at Pulp Noir once a month. Pulp Fiction every first Wednesday of the month. Has some beers, has some comics. We have a good time. So big shout out to Cover Lover Comics. Go follow him. He makes a lot. He makes really cool content. Very cool skateboard decks and comic boxes, custom. So go check it out. Thank you. Right on, man. Then we got Spider-Boy. So I was talking about these. They're all right. Not for me. It's an all ages comic, and I have too much Spider-Man in my life right now, but I like Dan Slott. I like Spider-Man. I love that he's a redheaded spider character. I'm good, though. It was fun. I'm good, though. I'll pick it up and read it later. Okay, one of the last things I got all caught up on. I'm all caught up in my poll mostly. I got just a handful more of issues. Boom. Daredevil by Saladin Ahmed and Juan Cabal and Aaron Cooter. So I read issues 8 through 12. This is a great freaking run. I like this arc. Some people think it's going on too long. Oh, sorry, push that out of the way. Some people think it's going on too long. I don't think it's going on too long. I think that it's really great. And I just think it's super good. I really like, and I love Aaron Cooter's art. I like the Catholicism of it all. I like that heavy theme because I feel like it's absent in a lot of Daredevil books. So, yeah. And the fact that Elektra Natchios as Daredevil is a returning character, I think is really great. And guys, just so you know, Invisibel, the one and only, is going to be reminding me to link everything in the comments. So I will. Lastly, the book, probably the next leg of the live is going to be the most influential book. Fantastic Four by Ryan North and, oh my gosh, and Gomez. I think it's Jose Gomez. I don't know. Let's find out. Fantastic Four is continually like one of my favorite books that's coming out just because I think Carlos Gomez, because I think it is one of the most brilliant, smart books that Marvel is coming out with. I think it's so good. Also, this Alex Ross cover in particular is absolutely insanity. It is so good. Like I'll sell the whole run when I'm done reading it, but I'll keep this cover because it's so good. Alex Ross on these Fantastic Four covers. But it's written by Ryan North, who I think is one of the smartest writers in comics currently. I think that he just is so impressive. I got to talk to him at Comic-Con and may or may not have been swapping emails with him about talking to him later. So that's all I'm going to leave there. But I love Ryan North. I also love this Chip Zdarsky newsletter. I love these. They're such good books. And they're super fun. And they're also, you can mostly pick up any issue of that series, and that's my favorite kind, and you can just pick it up and read it. And it's a good, fun adventure. So Fantastic Four, continually one of my favorite books. That is what I read over the last 3 weeks and what I've caught up on in my poll. My need to read list is getting smaller, which is great news for everyone because that means I can start cranking in some of my catalog of need to read list. And then I'll keep up on my poll and it'll be awesome. Great news had by all. Sorry at the fly. Now, the last thing actually on my what I read this week list is low-key an announcement. Unbeatable Squirrel Girl by Ryan North, Erica Henderson, and Derek Charm. And I think Rico Renzi might be the colorist. Look at this behemoth. I counted. This is a 58, basically a 60 issue omnibus. Absolutely huge. I'm chipping away at this because of someone who I've been emailing, potentially coming on. And also, I will let you guys know that I think this is one of the best runs in. If anyone came up to me and said, hey, the best Marvel comic of all time is Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, I would probably agree. I think it is so user-friendly. It is so funny. There's so much of it. Like, you get your money's worth for every issue. Sometimes it can be tedious, but other times, if you just kind of relax and just go along for the ride, it is gorgeous. Erica Henderson is a friggin' amazing artist. Ryan North shines in this book. Did a review of Squirrel Girl Beats Up the Marvel Universe a long time ago. My next dream Marvel property would be a 2D animated Unbeatable Squirrel Girl book. I got Cover Lover. Thank you. Too Much Spider-Man in His Life 2. Cross Spider-Verse 2 hits theaters. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. DC's been releasing solid reads of it. Yes, Cover Lover knows I'm a DC guy over Marvel, but I'm reading these Marvel books and I'm loving them. Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, I'm just chipping away at. I think, yeah. Here's where my bookmark is, by the way. Look at that. I have that much more to go, and I've read a lot of it. Probably 15 issues already. Have a lovely day, dude. Yes, I'm glad. Appreciate it, Cover Lover. Great book, and I just think everyone should own it. I think that Ryan North is a gem. And that actually transitions us into the next, what I got. So Pulp Noir, my local comic shop, Pulp Fiction Long Beach, will add in the description. They had a sale, and so when I have a couple beers in me, I buy a couple more comics than anticipated. But I also pre-ordered some comics. The first, it's a small haul, but it's mine. First one being Danger and Other Unknown Risks by Ryan North and Erica Henderson. So the same Squirrel Girl team picked this up because it just recently won an Eisner, and it looks really good. I'm just like, what this team does, I want to read. So here's the back. On midnight of January 1st, 2000, the world ended. But it wasn't technology that killed it. It was magic. Now, years later, the Earth has transformed. Magic works, sort of. People are happy, sort of. But this new world isn't stable unless Marguerite de Pruitt and her canine pal, Daisy, do something about it. It'll tilt into deadly chaos. Good thing they've been training their whole lives for this and are destined to succeed. Or so they think. I just want to read this because I freaking love these guys. They are amazing. I just love them. So Tilly Walden says it's great. They say it's great. Hopefully have a conversation with Ryan North in the future, if ever. So I'm reading up. I don't know when, though. I have a lot of books to read. Prez is the next one by Mark Russell. DC keeps publishing this, and it was canceled. That's the crazy part. By Mark Russell and Ben Caldwell, this was a canceled title, and they keep. What if a teen kid was president? Basically, I'm really excited about it. I love Prez, or I love Mark Russell. I haven't even read this. Why am I saying that? I love Mark Russell, and so this is his first work, and yeah, so. There's a lot of people that just have a lot of good things to say about it, and I want to be one of them. So, Prez, teen president, there we go. Gonna read that. So these are some of these books are homework. These are homework, but I want to read them. That's the cool part about my channel, is that I just get to talk about books I'm reading. And then this is a trade I've wanted to pick up for a long time, and it's a team that did one of my favorite books, favorite indie comics ever, 4 Kids Walk Into a Bank. What's the Furthest Place from Here? by Matt Rosenberg and Boss. Oh my gosh, I know Boss's name though. Tyler Boss. Tyler Boss, one of my favorite indie artists of all time. First volume. They're now just released volume 3 of this book. Ed Brubaker has good things to say about it. James Tynion IV has things that he wants to say about it. So yeah, what's the furthest place from here? Great freaking book, man. Highly recommend. Highly recommend because of the team. I'm going to read this book. Really excited. Okay, so these 3, that was my haul plus my pull list from Pulp Noir. Really excited to read those. Going to be chipping away at Squirrel Girl. I have a couple books I have to read. This isn't bad. This is all me time and my favorite time. I'm going to read those. I'm going to pick those up. And that is what I got. Okay, and also I just wanted to leave you guys with, as we wind down, the number 1 book that I'm going to pick up, or the next video I have coming out is going to be, this week. This Wednesday, I am releasing Wonder Woman Dead Earth review by Daniel Warren Johnson, who I watched his live right before this, the recap of his live, announced that he's doing a signing at Pulp Fiction Long Beach. And so everyone should go to that. I forget what date it is, but I'm going, and it's going to be sick. So go check out Pulp Fiction Long Beach. They have it posted on their Instagram when Daniel Warren Johnson is coming. It's a Wednesday at noon. I think it's in 2 weeks. So go check it out. And that's what I have for you guys. So thank you for everyone who checked out on my live stream today. So glad to have you all. I'm Cameron. I don't just read comics. I love them. I will catch you guys later. All right. Go pick up some comics. Go let me know if you liked what I read or if you didn't. Either way, everyone's invited to the party. Thank you for those of us who are watching. You guys are the best. I will see you guys next time.